name's Erica, and I suffer from severe anxiety and depression, and a lot of other things among that. But I decided that I was gonna try to start doing a video log because I know there's a lot of other people out there who suffer from it. And I know this time of year is really hard on people. And I was doing really, really good until like after Christmas, and it kind of hit a rough point, and it kind of all just came down on me. So I know that a lot of people probably feel like that. But I just kind of wanted to let people know that you're not alone and you're not weird, and there's nothing wrong with you because you suffer from anxiety or because you're depressed. I've been called names. I've been told that I was a drama queen, and I post a lot of stuff on my Facebook page because that's kind of how I work through things. For me, that's just how I work. And sometimes I do things without even thinking, which is, of course, part of my anxiety. And then I regret it and take it down later. But I'm sure a lot of you know what that's like, too. But as you can see, I'm fat. I'm fat. And I'm not proud of it. Not proud of it at all. But I am going to start changing that. I've had what you could say is a rough 6 years. And I have a 12-year-old daughter who has Williams syndrome, and she is the light of my life. And after everything that's happened over the past like 8 months, I have discovered that I had a lot of people that were making me very, very sick and very, very depressed. A lot of toxicity in my life that I didn't need. And because they were toxic, it was making me toxic. And I finally realized that I needed to get rid of all of that. And even though bad things happened and I don't like the way they went down, I was screwed over pretty bad by a guy. And yeah, it hurts. It still hurts. And it probably is going to hurt for a long time. I'm not going to lie about that. But I also know that I am in a better headspace now. I know that what happened was for the best because we got a new apartment around the same time that it all occurred. And I got rid of everything old and started completely fresh. I'm 42 years old and I just started my life over again, literally. And honestly, this was the best fall, autumn, Christmas that I've ever had in my entire life. Ever. It was amazing because I chose to make it that way. I chose not to let that ruin me. And as you can see, I have a little buddy back here. This is my Cairo. Kai! Mr. Big! Hi, buddy. Say hi. He says, I'm cleaning myself, Mom. Not right now. We also have Lucy. She's around here somewhere. She's my daughter's cat. My daughter doesn't really like cats, but oh, there she is. She's gonna meow at me. She's gonna get up here and say hi. Hi, baby. So yeah, but get a nice view of her butt. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? So, anyways, I'm not good at videos and stuff like that, but I thought, maybe if I can help one person feel better about themselves, it would be so worth it. So, here goes nothing. Here is how I came back from the depths, I can't talk, of where I was at. last July. I I had realized that the guy that I was with had turned me into a complete monster because I was untrusting of him, which I had reason to be, finding out way later. But it was still on me to get myself into a better place. And I still had to get myself back on track, and I had to do things. And moving into the new place definitely helped because it got rid of all of those old memories and all of the bad things. And like I said, I started over. You can see I'm a huge geek. This is my office. I have, soft kitty, warm kitty back here, and then I've got supernatural, and I've got, well, you can see grumpy cat is back here. No hugs for you today. And then I've got Madeira up here and got stuff all over the wall. So yeah, I'm a huge geek. I love to go to conventions, comic book conventions, even though I don't read comic books. I love the Marvel movies, and the DC movies are okay. Sorry if I offend anybody with that one, but Aquaman was good. Gotta give him that. Aquaman was very good. And Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was really good too. But anyways, so I decided one day that I couldn't look myself in the mirror because I was really, really bad. I didn't like the person I had become. I was so negative. And I didn't want to be that person anymore. So I sat there for probably about 24 hours, and I didn't have my daughter that weekend because she was with her dad. So I had some time to think by myself. And I thought, wow, look at what's going on with you. Look at what you're doing, what you've become. And I said, I can't do this anymore because I was going down the road to being this person that was going to be one of those people that you just would never want to know, that you would not want in your life. And I realized that that was not the example that I wanted to set for my daughter. I didn't want to set that example for, other young kids that I knew. I didn't want to set that example for my nieces. And I had done some pretty bad things to my sister-in-law, and I've been lucky enough that she has let me back into their lives, and I think forgiven me, and we're in a much better place right now. And I'm just lucky that she was forgiving about all of that because I was pretty bad. And I missed my brother, and I missed my sister-in-law, and I missed my nieces growing up because of it. And now they're getting older, and it's so stupid. It was so stupid. The things that I was mad about and angry about, and it wasn't worth it. And I finally had to realize that. But I sat and I thought about it for a while, and I decided that what could I do to make every day better? Even if it was just one thing. And that was what I had to start with. I had to start with one thing. And I decided that my one thing would be that because I hadn't been choosing myself, I had been living for my ex-boyfriend, and I had been living for everybody else but myself. I was always doing stuff for him, and he never did anything for me. He did do things for me. I won't say he didn't do anything for me, but he didn't do a lot. He didn't support me emotionally. He didn't support me in pretty much any other way. So I needed to get back to a space where I was okay with myself. And I did that. And how I did it, I would highly encourage a lot of you to try this because it worked for me. And I'm going to have to kind of start over again because I let myself go back down. But hopefully that won't happen again. And you're going to struggle. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your great days. You're going to have your good days. You're going to have your meh days. And then you're going to have your really bad days if you're like me, where you just want to throat punch everybody you see. You know, it's going to happen. You can't not have bad days in your life. It's going to happen at some point or another. You're going to go down, and because it's not something you can control. It can just be something that somebody says to you, or, you know, something that you find out, or you see something that sets you off. I mean, it's not something you can control. It's not something that you should apologize for. You should be okay with having those bad days. But the difference is getting back up and not letting that bad day rule the rest of your life, or the rest of that week, or whatever it is. Just get back to basics. Start all over again. And so here's how I did it when I decided that I couldn't look myself in the mirror anymore. I started by apologizing to the people that I needed to apologize to. And I told them I was sorry. And I also decided that I needed to look in the mirror every single day when I woke up. And I needed to go, I choose you. I choose you today. And of course, my daughter always comes first. If you have kids, they're always going to come first, but that's not the point. The point is that you need to choose yourself. You need to say, today I'm going to choose me. And every single day, even if it's just one little thing that you do, if it's 5 minutes in the bathroom without your screaming kids, or, you know, just going into your room and, you know, having 5 minutes of downtime, or whatever you have to do, get something for yourself. Do something that makes you happy for at least 5 to 10 minutes each day. Get that moment of bliss, because you need it. You seriously need it. But you have to look in the mirror and you have to choose yourself. And people accuse me of being a drama queen, and yeah, I'm a drama queen. I'm not going to deny it. I'm definitely not going to deny it. I stand up and I take responsibility for the things that I've done and the things that I've said, and if I'm wrong, I apologize for them. And that's one thing you have to do. If you feel the need to apologize to somebody, then do it. No matter what anybody tells you, you don't owe them an apology or whatever, you know. If that's what's going to make you feel better about yourself, then you do it. Because don't let anybody else tell you that you're not worthy, or that you are ugly, or, you know, you're worthless because you're fat, or whatever they have to say about you. You're somebody. Everybody is somebody. And there's no reason to feel like you're not somebody. So just take that time every day. And for me, I've started doing a few things. I decided to start doing some coloring pages. Usually takes me about, 10 minutes to a half an hour. But just, my daughter loves unicorns, by the way. She got this book for Christmas, and it had all kinds of unicorns. And so I did this one. I'm going to put it up in her room. But for me, that's how I'm starting. Because unfortunately, I love to do cross stitch, but I forgot to bring all of my stuff with me over here, and a lot of it's in storage. So I don't have it all at my new place. So I had to figure out something else to do. So I had all these coloring pages that you can find. You can find them online. Go to Google and just put in adult coloring pages. And a lot of people will have them where you can download them for free. And you can just print them out on your computer and just color them. I just went to Walmart and bought a $6 box of colored pencils and started. And it takes me away for that small amount of time that I'm in there. I'm worrying about what color I'm going to use. And I'm not thinking about anything else when I'm doing it. I am in it for the coloring and that's it. So that's, just something that you could do for yourself. I like to go online and research things. I'm a big Tudor history buff. I love to go online and see if there's new things, new shows or movies that I haven't seen about that era and things like that. Or even if it's going through like old movies. Like I love old Lifetime movies and I haven't been able to find some of them that I watched and really loved. So I spend some time every day going through the internet and trying to find those movies. Whatever it is that just gives you a little bit of peace and a few minutes away from the drudgery of everyday life and all of that stuff. Just leave it all behind for a few minutes and do what you gotta do. It's a new year. I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah. It's a new year and everybody has a fresh start. I got a fresh start last year, luckily, and now I'm kind of going through another one, but that's okay. That's okay because I know I'm going to get back to where I am. And actually, I've just decided to start taking kickboxing classes at the local Y. So I'm going to go get a membership there this week, and working out has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but of course with depression and the anxiety and of course having a daughter, my daughter is disabled. She has Williams syndrome. So for me, it's hard to actually get that time away. I can't leave my daughter alone. So she either has to sit in with the class or she has to be watched by somebody. And so that's been really hard for me to do. But I actually now have a way that I can do it, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. So this week I am going to start my kickboxing classes, maybe piloxing, I'm not sure. I don't think I can do yoga because, my body is not going to, I'm probably going to pop something out of place and it's not going to be pretty. So, yeah. Maybe if I lose weight, I might try some yoga. But, I think I probably better lose some weight first so that I don't be popping stuff out of its places, because I really don't need that to happen. But anyways, so I'm hoping this is going to be the first in a series of videos, vlogs, or whatever you want to call them. I want to help other people because I've suffered with it for a long time and I've tried everything and not much works for me. So I just want you all to know, if you're struggling with anxiety or depression or PTSD or, even if you have an addiction to something, I have a lot of friends who have been through that, and it's not, I won't judge you. I won't judge you for that because I know that people have struggled to get back from that, and if you're on that path and you're trying to get better, then kudos, because you rock. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you're worthless because you were addicted to drugs or you did something bad or anything like that, because you're not bad. You're not bad. We've all done bad things. We've all said things that we didn't mean. We've all done things that we shouldn't have done. And if you're like me, you've posted things that you shouldn't have posted probably about 1,000,001 times. But that doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is you. And you have to look for the good things in life. And for me, that was going and realizing that getting all of those toxic people out of my life who weren't true friends was a godsend for me. And also finding out who my real friends were was just an amazing thing for me. And I have such good friends that support me every single day now. And if I post anything negative, they're like on me right now. They're like, stop it. So, but it's okay to have your down days. It's okay to get into a rut. It's okay to struggle. And it's okay to pull yourself back out of that rut, or to struggle pulling yourself out of that rut. I'm hoping that this will be therapeutic for me, as well as helping other people. And if you don't like me because I'm fat, or you don't like what I have to say, okay, I'm telling the truth. I'm speaking my truth. And it's not like I'm sitting here saying that it's okay to be fat. I'm just saying that I am fat, and I'm going to start trying to better myself in that way. And I've been fat since I was like 11 years old. And of course, the anxiety and depression kind of sent me spiraling spiraling up, I guess you could say. But it also, it has defined who I am. I've let it define who I am. But I've finally gotten to the point where I've realized that if somebody doesn't like me because I'm fat, that's their problem, not mine. I don't need them in my life. I don't need them in my life if they don't like me just because I'm fat. And neither do you. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking that you're worthless, and you're thinking that you're no good, or somebody says, this is why somebody doesn't want you, or you're a fat pig, or whatever, because yeah, that's happened to me in the past couple days. You can get through that. Those people don't matter. They don't matter to you. And those are not the kind of people you want in your life anyways. So, if you take anything away from this video tonight, I hope that you take away that it's okay to be yourself. And it's okay to be not perfect. To not be perfect. And it's okay to struggle. And it's okay to apologize. It's okay to make a mistake, and it's okay to make it right. But the difference between the bad people and the good people is that the bad people don't make an attempt to make it right. So don't be one of those people. Be one of the people who makes it right and tries to be a better person and turns everything around. Anything that comes at you that's bad, turn it around and make it into something good. If you get down, go do something good for somebody. If you feel like you're at the end of your wits, go out and work for a charity. Go for a charity. Like, I do things I don't anymore, but I still go to the games. But I volunteered for the Fort Wayne Derby girls for a few years, and I would love to do it again. I would in a heartbeat. But these women and all the volunteers, men and women, take their time, their money, and they pay for everything themselves, and they give to a charity every bout. And it's very close to my heart. And as you can see, I will show you this if I can here. This is the Fort Wayne Derby Girls logo. This is my Derby name. Can't see it very well. Daldemort. And these are my pom-poms because I was a cheerleader. And I had pom-poms. And I was fat and I had pom-poms. So who cares, I got out there and I danced my heart out, and I threw things to the crowd, and I ran around and everything. And you can be happy. You can work towards being a better you and still be happy with where you're at right now. So just keep that in mind. And I guess I know that I don't really know much about how to do this, but I know a lot of people say, if there's anything you want me to talk about in my vlogs, then, you can ask me, if you want to post it in the comments or whatever, if you feel like there's something that you'd like me to address. I mean, there are things that I don't know much about, but I can always talk about them. And So I'm hoping that maybe this helps at least one person get through the night. If it does, then it's worth it. So everybody have a nice night. And I'm sorry my glasses are kind of glary in the... It's kind of a weird thing, but... And Cairo went bye-bye. I don't know where he went. He's probably out waiting on his food. It's about time for them to eat. So I'm going to go feed my kitty cats. And peace out. Y'all have a wonderful night. Have a great rest of the weekend. Get some rest. And remember in the morning to look yourself in the mirror and choose yourself. And keep doing that every day. And in probably about a month, you won't have to tell yourself in the morning. You'll just automatically get up and choose yourself every day. And that's what I had to do. So, peace.